Everything's still, the sky is mute, and the world holds its breath. Christ lies in the tomb. The voice that calmed the storm is silent. The hands that broke bread lay still and pierced. The one who called forth the dead has himself been swallowed by death. This is the hour between sorrow and glory, between the grave and resurrection. The disciples are sitting in stunned grief, sitting beneath the weight of loss. Hope seems shattered. The promise, it feels abandoned. But what they cannot see, and what we often can't see, is that the silence is not emptiness. It's fullness, it's holy work, it's the labor of resurrection. The grave is not the end, it is the womb of the new creation. A seed buried in the earth seems to disappear, but beneath the soil, life is stirring. Roots are reaching unseen. Transformation is already happening in the dark. The same is true in the spirit. The waiting seasons, the unanswered prayers, the silent nights, the aching longings, they are not death, they are preparation. Where in your life do you feel like you're in the tomb, buried, unseen, forgotten? Where have you mistaken stillness for stagnation? Where have you believed that what you can't see is proof of God's absence? But the truth is this: the silence of Holy Saturday is not abandonment, it is the prelude to resurrection. God does his greatest work in the places we can't see. Hades thought that it had won. It had taken a body and it met God. It swallowed death and was swallowed by life. St. John Chrysostom said, Hades took what it saw and was overcome by what it did not see. This is the scandal of the resurrection, brothers and sisters. The grave that held him captive couldn't hold him at all. The death that sought to consume him was consumed itself. The darkness that seemed to win was shattered by uncreated light. Have you mistaken God's silence as his absence? Where have you let doubt dictate your faith? Or assumed that delay meant denial? But here is the promise. Even when I can't feel him, he's working. Even when I stand before the tomb, he is breaking open the stone. Resurrection isn't just an event, it is an invitation, brothers and sisters. It's not only what Christ did, it is who he is. And if we're in him, then resurrection is who we are. Paul in his letter to the Romans said, if we've been united with him in a death like his, we shall certainly be united with him in a resurrection like his. What if your waiting isn't a punishment, but rather the sacred space where resurrection is forming? What if the place that you actually thought was the grave is actually the threshold of glory? What if your story isn't over? What if new life is breaking forth now? This is what resurrection means. The grave has no hold. Shame has no claim. Death has no victory, and Jesus reigns. The veil is torn, the way is open. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the grave dwells in you. This isn't just a truth to believe, it's a reality to step into. This week we stand on the threshold of the greatest mystery, the journey from the cross to the empty tomb. We're not there yet. The world still holds its breath. The suffering must come first. The silence has to settle. The grave must be entered before it can be left behind. But even now, resurrection is stirring. Each day leading up to Easter, take a moment to pause in the stillness. Close your eyes, feel the weight of waiting, the tension between sorrow and glory. As Good Friday approaches, kneel before the cross. Acknowledge the cost of love. Don't rush past the suffering. Let yourself feel the weight of his sacrifice. On Holy Saturday, embrace the silence. Don't fill it. Wait with him. Trust that when nothing seems to be happening, he is working in the unseen. Then on Easter morning, before the sun rises, step outside. Take a deep breath and declare, the night is passing, the dawn is near. Jesus, you are making all things new. Pray with me. Lord, keep my heart steady in the waiting. Let me not rush past the cross, nor fear the silence of Holy Saturday. Teach me to trust that even in the darkness, resurrection is unfolding. Let my soul be ready to receive the victory that you have already won. In your precious and holy name I pray. Amen.